All right, so there's a bunch of Google employees who were requesting that Google give them a significant pay bump because of inflation, like the way that their money is being spent right now. Like the way that all of our money is being spent right now, being printed, it's reducing your power when you're buying something.
I get that concern because there's a lot of people that read that and then they're like, holy fuck, if my like 60 grand is only gonna be able to afford 40 grand worth of stuff, don't I need to get paid more?
Yeah, so Google, heard these employees, and then they were like, that's very interesting that you guys want a pay increase because of inflation, but we're sorry, we're unable to do that at this time.
What's a complicated issue?
And then they proceeded to give a bunch of their top executives $1 million each, raising their salaries from $650,000 to $1 million.
These billionaires need to start paying their fair share.
There it is.
These billionaires need to start fucking paying their fucking fair share.
But without the billionaires, who are gonna provide the jobs?
This is pretty good.
That's true. They need to stop taxing all of the people.
Stop taxing.
All right.
That's why I think
Stop taxing everyone.
that's why I think we should burn these buildings down.
Wait, what?
Biden did say that. I have heard him say it.
Let's burn down the big corporations.
Holy shit.
So yeah, it's for their top execs, right? They're going to be making the jump to $1 million from $650,000. There's a chief financial officer, senior vice president, another senior vice president, and a chief business officer, and a president of global affairs.
That's crazy. You know what this reminds me of? Remember when we had the recession and then people were talking about the bailouts, right? Yeah. And then how the bailouts were gonna help the companies and the economy. And then right after the bailout happened, like I think it was AIG or the insurance company, they celebrated by going on a all-paid vacation for all the executives.
They bought a hotel out.
Yeah, they got raises.
Yep.
So that's taxpayer money. That's not because they made money from the business or whatever, you know?
I wish there was like an economist that could explain what the purpose is, because like all I hear is the reason why you need to bail out those companies is if they crash, then everyone's gonna wipe their ass with $100 bills, right? Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool, I get that concept, but you need a lot of faith for someone that's on the shit end of the stick to go, oh, okay.
That's why they need the money and not me?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So I'm like, I wish someone could explain it. And then also on the other end, don't fucking go and celebrate on private jets and shit.
Well, they did. Less than a week after the federal government committed $85 billion to bail out AIG, executives of the AIG insurance company headed for a week-long retreat at a luxury resort and spa, the St. Regis Resort in Monarch Beach, California.
Yeah.
What if they used their points though?
I think they did. They did.
Oh, sorry. What if they used their points though?
They used their credit card points. They had really good rewards.
Those guys get really good, like, frequent flyer miles.
Yeah,
Those
those
are
are
taxpayer frequent flyer miles.
They also just got $85 billion to bail them out, so like you can afford it.
And they get all like access to all the cool lounges in the airport, so.
Plus, I want to wipe my ass with $100 bills. That sounds fun.
Feels abrasive.
Abrasive is a good word, yeah. I probably shouldn't do that.
To the Google, I guess the Google employees, their starting salary is already pretty high too though.
Where do they
So,
start
like,
at?
I mean, a lot of them are like 200, 300 G's.
For sure.
So they don't need more money.
I mean, everyone does.
Wait, that was the wrong hat. They already get paid enough. They don't need more money.
I want to know the math though. So, like, for example, you said like what, 5 execs went from like 650,000 to like $1 million.
It's 4.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a $350,000 raise times 12.
To $1 million?
12. 4. That's 14. That's $1.4 million in raises, right? In total. So how many employees?
Wait. 4 execs are exactly. Yep. Good.
How many employees? You know what I mean? Were
Like
requesting
they have
a raise.
400 people.
They got like 1.4 million that they could have dispersed. They gave it to 4 people versus thinking, let's take care of more people.
Because at 1.4, if they gave it to the company, it might be a 25-cent raise for everyone. Like depending on how many people they employ.
Well, depends on who's asking for a raise. You know what I mean? Based off of inflation.
But does it also work like that? Because I saw a meme and it was like LeBron James and I think Steph Curry, someone else, their net worth is worth than all of the WNBA's pay.
Oh.
So like, does money just Can you move it, or is it worth like that? You know,
Yeah.
or
I don't know which
I
hat
gotta-
you're wearing right now when you're talking about this.
Yeah, I got a MAGA question. All right, I got a MAGA question.
that's true. That's
or
double.
a more business question. Okay, so like, let's say, is a company responsible for what the government inflates? So like the money supply was inflated by the government, right? Right. And then so to adjust for the inflation, do companies have to adjust? Or like whose fault is
You
it?
need a Tesla hat for that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Maybe this is, I don't know.
That was a good joke, actually.
That's a good
Elon Musk
question.
hat.
I think it's different because of like things like the consumer price index, right? Regardless if the government.
What does that mean, you fucking smart fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Well, think about it like this: if I'm the company, right, and then inflation happens, do I have to pay my employees more because of inflation? Technically, no. But am I also, if I'm selling a product, am I charging more because of inflation, therefore bringing in more money?
Yes.
Because then it's like if I'm charging more, and bringing in more money, but then I'm not paying out in order to like balance.
But on the other side, their costs might be more too. Like if you're a water company, right? You are charging more on water because your water source is charging you more.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, right, when they do tariffs even. Like, they just pass it on to the consumer. They go, oh, cool, we're hiking the prices on your goods.
Like there's a lumber shortage right now, right? So a lot of contractors aren't getting paid more, but their costs are more because the lumber is more expensive. So then when, you're building someone, you might get the bill and go, why the fuck is it $100,000 more? But it doesn't, the guys that are building the house don't get that extra money. Yeah.
So they charge more, but technically their net profit is the same as before.
That's why economics is so hard. It's easier to just say,
Slogans.
tax the rich, eat the rich.
There you go.
They say eat the rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, eat the rich is another thing.
eat the rich.
It's more of a Bernie thing.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, this maybe. Yeah, that's true.
That's
I needed a Bernie hat.
That's corporate Democrats, yeah.
Just turn it to the hip hop Biden and you'll be okay.
Hip hop Biden.
Or you can get the two gloves, right?
Oh yeah.
Sitting there.
Pretty hip hop.
Lacrosse.
I don't know, man. The whole inflation thing is really, really complicated, though. Like.
Fuck yeah, man.
I feel like we're all in the same place too, right? Even as a company, it's kind of just like you need to make more money today in order to live the same way. But if you don't get paid more money, then your options change. You have to like start looking at other things and thinking about other things. You know what I mean? So I think it all kind of like continues to trickle down. Right? Whether
Hey, but at least everyone's getting raises at the same time. For decades, that's been going on. It's been keeping up with the rate of inflation really well.
inflation is, you fucking feel it this year, right?
Yeah.
You like really,
How do we protect ourselves from inflation?
like every meal you go out and
Crypto, bitch.
Just
Crypto, 1000% crypto.
You just deflate a little.
That's the right answer.
There's a word called hedging. That's like basically if you know that inflation's coming, then you buy things before that happens of value. So that's why real estate was going crazy because the interest rate was low, meaning like the mortgage percentage was low. So then, it incentivized people to buy homes and they wanted to stimulate the economy while things were still not moving in the economy.
Diversify their portfolio.
During the pandemic, the economy wasn't really moving. So, but people were buying stocks because of stimulus checks and all these other things. And ballers, they remember the recession. So they saved up actual cash. And then so they were waiting on the sidelines for a crash to happen with all that stuff. And they were like, I'm gonna buy when it's time. That never came. So that's why when things started going like, oh, low interest rate, I'm gonna buy homes, I'm gonna buy this. They actually had cash this time to buy a bunch of things. And then so the rich got richer during the pandemic because they had money to play with. So like if you had a little bit of money to go into crypto or whatever, you actually, if you bought the right coins, you did well. But if you were like me, you lost everything. But like, that's basically how people stay rich or build wealth is like, you want to try to predict what's going to happen. And you're like, oh shit, the dollar's going to go down in value? Well, I better put it into something like a home, which will add value, or crypto, or maybe even stocks. Yeah. And then that's kind of what we've been seeing. And then the people that don't know and have no financial, I guess, like IQ, they're kind of left in the dust, Yeah.
The interest rates are still low right now. It's under 3.
For homes? Yeah.
How long do you think that's gonna last for?
I don't know.
They say they're gonna pump it this year.
They just announced that they're gonna pump it up.
That's why everything slid.
a few more points.
Yeah, it sucks because I think at the end of the day, like when you're the littlest guy in that conversation with the least financial IQ, and then you start shouting the loudest, you get eliminated first. I highly believe that. Like what happened with the car wash. You guys know what happened with the car washers union they tried to do?
No.
So back in the day, there was like all these like people when they were doing hand car wash and everything. They tried to start a union to be like, let's all get paid the same
And then
way.
they turn into automated car wash.
Turn into automated car washes.
That's what sucks, man. I think a good society makes the quality of life for the average and poorest people better each time.
Because it's
right?
so hard to find the answer to inflation, but it's easier to find the answer to car wash guys that all want to get paid, right?
Or even
Like that-
McDonald's employees.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same
comparatively, that's an easier solution.
Walk up to the kiosk
Machines.
and we'll make the burger with robots. Fuck you.
And it seems fucking obvious.
And we'll make less mistakes, which is crazy.
Because they don't come high to the workplace.
Not yet.
I mean, from a macro perspective, though, that's like progressive. You know what I
And then
mean?
people are losing out on jobs and stuff. People are losing out on jobs and stuff, dude.
Honestly, the fucking new car.
Wait, that's actually both hats. People losing out on jobs.
You don't like them?
I don't like it, dude.
No, I like the hand car washes.
Hand car washes are significantly better than the fucking
Yeah.
machine.
Way better.
Machine car washes fuck up my paint.
And I bet that shit is expensive for them to fix all
But I
that.
don't mind going up to the little machine kiosk at McDonald's instead of getting it ordered from the person.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I like both.
So I think automation helps a lot.
But what about when you're in the drive-thru? There's no kiosk.
I'm not. I sold my car for crypto, dude. I can't even get a car wash or nothing. Fuck.
And you made the right moves because that car made you $1 million.
Maybe quite a bit, actually.
Here you go.